What up, YouTube? I'm back. So it was a pretty good episode. There isn't too much development in the story in this week's episode, but there's some things that was important and interesting to talk about. So let's get right to it. So obviously in last week's episode we saw that the Dark Territory had some new troops, and those troops were people from America. They were able to connect to the underworld because of the villains that are in the underworld right now. God Vector, aka Gabriel, and his group were able to let some American players come into the underworld to help them, even though they don't really know what the hell is happening. They think that it's a demo, that it's a beta, for the game, so they don't really know what's happening. But they're going up against the human empire, and they're going even up against some troops of the Dark Territory, so they don't really know what's going on. So right now we saw some of the troops from the Dark Territory and the human empire work together to go up against the Americans, so that was pretty cool. A little alliance that we haven't seen before in this show, in this arc, I should say. So that was pretty cool. We saw Azuna was, there's a lot of things going on. It's one, it's a war. Two, she wants Kirito back, and there's a lot of things going on. So it must be hard on the mind to go up against all of that at once. So she was, in a crisis for a little bit while she was fighting. She lost her arm because of some of the Americans. But before she was struck down, one of the leaders of the Dark Territory, I don't remember his name, so let me know in the comments down below, but he actually helped Azuna out. He was the one that asked Azuna to create an alliance for them to defeat the Americans. So that I thought was pretty cool, because so far from the Dark Territory character, he's my favorite character by far. I really like how he uses his powers. I really like his character. He's pretty cool. So I really like that he was able to help Azuna and the human empire. There was a lot of fighting in this episode because it was an all-out war. There wasn't a lot of one-on-one because it's a kill or be killed. So you have to fight whoever is in front of you, except your allies. So there wasn't any of that. So it wasn't our favorite episode of all of them, because it wasn't really, I didn't really like the fighting. It was kind of all over the place, but that's what war is, I guess. So I didn't really care. But that shot of Alice I really liked. It was pretty cool. That's probably my favorite shot of the episode. But something happened to Alice. She was captured by God Vector, aka Gabriel. Obviously he's going to the world altar where he can transfer Alice's spirit to the real world. That's where I think Kirito was supposed to go after he defeated the Pontifex, so that he could get out of the underworld with Alice. But because of what happened to his brain and everything like that, he wasn't able to go. So that's where God Vector is going with Alice, and he actually captured Alice pretty easily. The only thing that he did is take her with his dragon, and then he made a spell so that she would go unconscious or something like that. So it was a pretty easy capture. He should have done something like that since the beginning, because his troops weren't able to capture her, and then when he got involved, he actually was able to capture her like that. So he should have done that a while ago. But man, he's a crazy dude, man. His facial expression that we've seen so far in this season of Sword Art Online are crazy. That's the latest one that we saw in this week's episode. He's crazy, man. There's still a lot of things that we don't know about him that I really want to know, but we'll see. The thing that I really want to know, and I'm sure that you guys want to know, is what the hell happened to him when he was a kid. He killed his best friend, the girl, then he absorbed a soul or something like that. That should have happened in the game, I'm sure of it. I really don't know what the hell is happening. Maybe his memories are effed up, I don't know, but there's a lot of things that we don't know about him, and I can't wait to know it. So I guess we'll know in the second half of this season. But anyway, because he captured Alice, the Integrity Knight, we saw Berkuli go after him. He had 3 dragons, so that was kind of crazy. And then there was the other Integrity Knight and Azuna plus some of the troops that were going after him, so he has to go to the world altar, but like one of the Integrity Knights said, he can't go to there at one go. The dragon will have to rest. So I don't know when they'll touch down, when they'll fight, but it's gonna be interesting. Obviously, like I said, we saw Azuna and some of the troops go after him, but because of Gabriel's subordinate that are working on the computer where everything works with the Underworld, they were able to get 20,000 humans in the Underworld again, to go up against Azuna and all of the Integrity Knight. And at first they were cornered, and I really didn't know how the hell they would have got out of the way if it wasn't for someone coming in, and then at the end we saw Sinon arrive in the sky like Azuna did, and it was amazing, man. The animation for that was great. I really liked it. We saw her use her bow and arrow, I think, and it was amazing. She defeated all the troops of the Dark Territory like that. It was crazy how strong she was. It's probably because it was her character from her other games, I guess, or maybe it's a character that she created before entering the Underworld. I'm not really sure, but she's really, really strong. I really like the reunion that we saw Sinon and Azuna have. It was really heartwarming because Azuna has been through a lot right now, ever since Kirito was kind of quote unquote captured to go in the Underworld. She's been through a lot, and then she entered the Underworld and there was a lot going on. So I'm happy that she has a friend from the real world there, and I'm guessing that the others are arriving soon enough. We know that Sinon was with Kirito's sister, so she'll be there really soon, and then the other guys like Liz, and Liz did a speech in last week's episode with the other gamers from Japan, so we'll have other players from Japan, I'm guessing, arriving in the Underworld really soon. So I can't wait for all of that. It's gonna be crazy. Then at the end of the episode, the guy that Azuna killed when she first arrived, I don't remember his name, but he's one of the enemies, and he knew who Azuna was, so he was probably in Sword Art Online in Season 1, the first half, when, everyone could be killed if they were killed in the game, so he was one of the first, real MMO VR gamers, so it's going to be interesting because he said something pretty interesting at the end of the episode. He said that he has something special, so I'm guessing it's his avatar from previous games, maybe, that he's going to enter to go in the Underworld, and he'll be probably even stronger, so we'll see. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to get even better, and that's the crazy part. The first half of the War of Underworld season has been really good in my opinion. Not as good as Alicization a year ago. I think that a year ago the first half was better, but then it got even better. So I really like this half of the season. I can't wait for the next half. It's gonna be amazing. Next week's episode title is called the Great Underworld War, so it's gonna get even better, man. I can't wait. But yeah, man, I thought it was a great episode. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. Let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I do Sword Art Online Alicization War of Underworld reviews every Saturday at noon, so subscribe for that. And also I'll do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, Boku no Hero Academia Season 4 reviews on Saturday morning, and then One Piece reviews at Saturday night, so stay tuned for all of that. If you have other anime related things that you want me to review, let me know in the comments down below. I'll maybe think about it because I love anime, I want to talk about them, I want to review them. I really like doing this. It's a hobby for me, so I really don't mind doing other animes that I may like, so stay tuned for all of that. Maybe I'm going to review other manga series. I don't know right now, but we'll see. Anyway, follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram, and like and subscribe. It would help my channel a lot, man. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.